As a side note, just a final thought still on those rules. Hot take. If you're not using at least one buyout every season, then if you're not the team that won MLS Cup, I think you're using the buyouts incorrectly. Because I don't believe that every single team has every single one of their players on a perfect contract that satisfies both the players and keeps them happy there and also balances the needs of the team. Just straight up, I don't. Every single team has some bad contracts on it. If you get two buyouts, like, come on. You should be using at least one of them. And I've said previously in prior years, like, you should be using the buyout every single year. I get maybe you want to keep one buyout as like a just in case, like break glass in case of fire. Now you've got two of them. You need to be using at least one of those. Like, there, in my mind, there's no excuse for it now.
If the clubs still want to stick to one, I've my thing on the buyout is I think it's fine even if you don't use it or use either in the before the season starts. You say, this guy. I know the big talk about it is Zonde Silva for Atlanta. Had a great second half of 2023. Did not have the best 2024. He's on contract for one more season. Go with him to start the year, and in the summertime, if he's not cutting it, and you actually have great winger depth. He's not needed, but we really need center back depth. He's only on contract for 6 more months. Let's just buy out those final 6 months and let's go get a player in the summer window that can help us, make a run in the playoffs. So I wouldn't mind teams, saving those slots for the summer when the market's a lot more open, saying, we only have to pay half his salary the rest of the year. It won't count on our fees. We can go add someone immediately. So I agree with you. I think teams should use them if owners allow the front offices to use them. But if they're not using them the winter, I think the summer is a perfect opportunity, especially when 60% of the league makes the playoffs. So everyone can find ways to make their roster by deadline day in the summer to make a playoff run.
Yeah, buyouts are interesting. I do think increasing the amount of buyouts is good. Teams feel scared to use them for some reason at times historically. Even when it's like super obvious that you should use a buyout, it feels like it has to be very, very, very obvious that you have to do a buyout. And now obviously buyout is the last thing you should do. You should try to get a trade off. You should try to get some sort of value. Now you should try to get a transfer in an internal league transfer done, even if it's not a trade. So obviously it's the last thing, but now that you have two, it feels like it's not the end of the world to use one of them if you have a player that no one wants and you need that flexibility to get them off the roster.
Yeah. I mean, we've even seen mutual terminations where player and team separate their ways. Shoot, last year in 2024, we even saw the league step in and terminate a contract of a player.
Good times.
Who'd they do that to?
Bupenza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen it before. It might have happened once before. I'm not going to back myself into the corner that's never happened, but
Rare.
I don't recall seeing it.